Previously on Oanh in Tibet.
I start rolling, shoving them into my gloves. I'm begging the machine to take my money.
售票机只支持银行卡支付。
She was helping me from my travel agent, my pink train tickets, and my travel permit.
I'm Simon from Wuhan.
Promise me, call me whenever you come to Tokyo. No car 12.
不要担心，时间还够。
Without a moment clock. Onto the train I hopped. Just then, the train left the station. At 10:10, the train leaves Xi'an station heading west. Next stop, Lanzhou. Lanzhou. Stick with me. Had I listened to the train stop and joined me in this casual walk, not to worry, I would have missed the train. Of all the troubles I've had so far, that flippant attitude is the most dangerous kind. Good services anesthetize instinct. Bad services intensifies instinct. Now, that is not the end of the train fiasco. As you remember, there is no car 12. And my train ticket is pink and other people's tickets is blue. What could that mean? The conductor tells me to wait near his conductor room and takes my passport, my Tibet permit away. He's making some arrangement and gather other stuff. My translation app is constantly in action. With no paper on me right now, I'm available. After a good 30 minutes, they put me in a room with 6 sleeping berths. At this point, I vaguely figure out what has happened. The agent must have got me a black market ticket. What if a guest with the official blue ticket shows up? What would happen to me? Out to the corridor I'd go again, waiting for another empty berth to enter. Ugh. The man on his 3rd floor berth was smoking. Even little kids passing by have to cover their noses. Why has the scenery turned so dusty? As it happens, Lanzhou's position and its landscape have more to do with the air. Lanzhou is the capital of the northwest province, Gansu, the center of China's petrochemical industry. Once called the Golden City, Lanzhou was a major link on the Silk Road and a strategic crossing site of the Yellow River. So strategic that the Great Wall was extended to protect Lanzhou. In the modern day, due to petroleum processing and the dust storms from the Gobi Desert, Lanzhou's valley ship trapped the smoke inside the city, turning Lanzhou into one of the most polluted cities in the world. The smoke inside parallels the smoke outside. At 6 in the afternoon, the train has covered 2/3 of the way from Lanzhou to Xining. A man in yellow shirt sits down opposite me in the narrow foldable chair by the window, his hand phoneless. The man hums after the music plays on the train. I hum too. On the train, we are bound to not run away. Among strangers, we must think about who we are. So silly of humans to compare love with nature. Humans change and romance ends. You shouldn't expect romance to last. At 6:50 in the evening, the train reaches Xining, the capital of Xinghai. Next to Xinghai is the 2 autonomous regions of Xinjiang and Tibet. Together, they're almost as big as South Asia. I have to change train here. I'm waiting for the staff to stuff me in another car. The sky has now fallen into the earth. No skylight is visible in the oil black. I get on the Shining Lhasa train, a much fancier train with less travelers. This time, there is a car 12, but it is occupied by people with blue tickets. Once again, the staff tells me to wait. Well, at least I get on the train to Lhasa. They cannot kick me out. Little do I know, the Shining Lhasa railway we are on is the highest railway in the world. What shall be awaiting us? I stand waiting for 15 minutes in the dark, looking out at Shining, an area of many mud clans. It was a town of glam with high rises denser than pine trees and signboards brighter than stars. At 8 p.m., the staff takes me to car number 3, take my pink ticket away in exchange for a hot cart, a berth ticket. I settle down on my berth, ordering a meal set, 25 yuan. Around 10 p.m., I climb up to my berth and try to get some sleep. December the 30th, it's 9:49, minus 22 degrees outside the train. Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached Tibet. I have been on the train for 24 hours, passing almost 6 time zones. As my fingers trace the train route on the map, that childhood zeal of reading Journey to the West surged up. Just like the high monk and his 4 students overcoming obstacles to the land of Buddhism, I am on my journey to the West. I imagine my grandfather, a geography teacher, right next to me, zealously drawing his hand in the air, explaining the topography of the land and the unique customs of the people, until the land comes alive. My grandfather would find this journey a dream of his lifetime, of many people's lifetime. And I'm living it. As my mom says to her 2 daughters, đi hộ mẹ những con đường mẹ chưa kịp đi, thực hiện những giấc mơ mà mẹ ngậm ngùi bỏ dở. Mẹ coi trải nghiệm của con là ý nghĩa cuộc đời. I feel like something big is about to happen. Something I was meant to do. The highest railway in the world. Snow! Endless snow! Printed on the snow-coated ground were footsteps, but of whom? In fact, who erected the electricity poles? Who constructed the bridges and railroads at this height? I visit the toilet, which is in nauseating condition. Good thing I have my toilet paper at hand. No pun intended. Next, feeling hungry, I opened a chocolate, only to find the package puffed up like an inflated balloon. At 12:30, minus 13 degrees, the train stops at Nakchu, the last stop before Lhasa. We are very close. I follow other guests outside the train, walking around for some fresh air. Then we get back on the train, heading for Lhasa. From Nakchu, joining my cabin is a Tibetan family. The boy, shy of 3 years old, timidly walked in with a robot backpack. His cheek, the color of plums running over hot water. After the parents shove some gunny sacks under the lower berth, the mother takes off her luscious fur skirt and folds it neatly, The couple have sun-weathered faces. The boy yawns, grabbing onto his parents. They would be my cabin mates for the next 5 hours. On the train, there are not many things to do. I just sit at the corridor's foldable desk, staring out of the window. Sometimes, I look at the couple a few cabins away, busy taking pictures and joking. If I was still with the great man, he would be taking pictures of me like that. By my ears, the sound of the moving train harmonizes with the lullaby of the Tibetan mother like a stream of illusions. In total, I flew 5 hours 30 minutes, slept at the airport one night, sat on a taxi for 60 minutes, visit a museum for 60 minutes, sat on a bus 40 minutes, on the metro 15 minutes, spent one night at the hostel, 31 hours on the train. Along the way, I have been supported by 7 Chinese people who helped me to exchange money, to get data SIM, to keep my luggage at the museum, to help me purchase the ticket at the metro, find the way to the hostel, and to show me the Chinese hospitality. You held out your hand to a stranger. Good deeds will bring you good karma. And now, the next time we meet, we will jump headfirst into the Tibet adventure. For now, good night, good night.